Beginner day traders, you better be ready for trades like this. And you know what? Even if you're not a beginner, even if you have lots of experience, then just this video will offer you up a friendly reminder of kind of what happens in the life of a day trader. And these sorts of things are going to occur no matter what. It's just part of the business. It's part of the side hustle. It's part of the whatever you call this. It's going to happen. So I want you to be prepared for it as a beginner or somebody that's new and just getting started in the market. Or like I said, if you already do have experience, well then just offering you up a reminder that, when this happens to you, and I'm not going to use the word if, I'm going to use the word when, because it's going to happen that, it's okay. It happens and that's part of it. But as a beginner, as somebody just getting started, this is what is going to happen to you. And I should know, I'm not going to stay on the chalkboard the whole time and just talk in theory. I'm going to actually show you what I talk about play out with some of my personal trading results through some of my live trades, which I've recorded. But let me just set up the context here on the chalkboard. But no, like I said, not all theory. I'm going to show you this in a real life setting here. But, well, like I said, this is going to happen when this happens. So here you are as a trader, and you have an idea, right? You have some sort of idea on why you want to get into a trade. You have some sort of thought process. You have some sort of angle, strategy, plan, system, whatever you want to call it. But all those boil down to some sort of idea. And then you're going to enter in. So you get the entry point, right? You enter into whatever your idea is, which is good, right? You're putting your money where your mouth is. I have this idea. You're putting money where your mouth is. And then something like this is going to happen. Now, you probably can't see what I wrote right there, but I wrote that right, meaning your idea is actually right. The problem is that the other part of the idea is massively wrong. And I mean, when I say wrong, I mean it is going to be very, very wrong. So let's just hop into this trade here, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. I had an idea, I entered, and then, yeah, you'll see exactly what I mean by right and wrong. So let's check out this trade here. So like you said, right now, watching right around that $9 mark. Going to get in there at $8.91. I think this thing has a desire to get back over 9. I'm liking this setup here. So let's see if we can get up over 9. Yes, it can. Can we get follow through? No, we cannot. Well, that was very disappointing. I'm not going to give up on it quite yet. But wow. Got the break, but then didn't get any follow through at all. If this goes down below 8, I'm going to have to get out. So, wow. Well, starting down $250 on the day. What a disappointing. I mean, I was right in the sense of it wanted to break 9. I got it very wrong in the sense of that I wanted to get any sort of continuation through that level. Look at that pullback. quite the savage move, wasn't it? I was right. It did. It broke up above that area. But wow, I was wrong in the sense that it never got any follow through. And then just to see that the way it just flushed to the downside, that was a brutal, brutal trade. But you know what? It's going to happen. There's no way around it. There's no way that you can somehow figure out, well, no, I'm going to do this, that, and that. So that, no, the market at the core is random. Now, of course, it's not gambling because there's ways you can structure things and play high probability situations. And that was a beautiful setup. Truly beautiful. And like I said, I got it a little bit right. I was right about the breakout. I just got the fact that, it didn't get any follow through massively wrong. Now, does that mean that I should just give up? Does that mean I'm a bad trader? No, it just means that, you know what? It happens. So please, as a beginner, be prepared for trades like this that are going to occur. Now, I should preface this with the context of this does assume that you have an overarching strategy that is viable and valid. Now, if you're just out there throwing random darts, that's a much different situation. But I'm talking about this within the structure of, you've done what you need to do to build a strategy that you are finding and putting your money into high probability, most likely situations. So, I mean, when this sorts of things happen, when you're prepared, well, you know what? You're going to just need to go and 2 words. Move on, right? It happens. It doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It doesn't mean that your strategy is broken all of a sudden. It means none of those things. Just realize it happens. And when you're prepared, which is, if I'm doing my job right in this video, just realize that it's okay.
It happens to me. You just saw it happen to me. I don't know why I point to the chalkboard. I guess I'm thinking that's the computer there. But regardless, it happens. So what you need to do is just move on. Stick with the strategy. Trust the strategy. Believe in the system that you have in place, and it can result in, well, let's just go to the next trade that happened immediately after you saw this very, very wrong trade.
Or is this thing just going to plunge out of the opening gates? Let's see, what is that? 285 looks very interesting for a short. And I am short at 285.02. I'm thinking this thing wants to get down through it. Try to put out 200 shares at 284. Oh, but now it snapped back in my face. Let's see if it wants to give it another go to the downside. There we go. Can it get to 284 this time is the question. Or is it going to do what I thought it might do and bounce now? See if it wants to make its way back down. I really like the chances if it can get back below 285 for it to go to 284 this time. Because that was just a big failed bounce right there. So let's see if this time it can finally get down to 284. No, it refuses. There we go. Okay. So took out another 200 there at 2. Let's see. Let's just take those out. So I have 50 shares left now. Going to let these work for me. Stop will be if this thing goes back up over 285, or 285, excuse me. 50. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter because all I have is 50 shares left. But I'd like to see if this thing wants to get a little bit more pressure to the downside here. So took out another 25 shares there. And yeah, there's stop will be up over 285.50. So I'll use a mental stop for that. So I could still potentially lose money on these last 25 shares, but I mean, it's 25 shares. So if I do lose money, it's not like it's going to be a massive amount of money, but at least keeps me involved. And if this thing wants to somehow plunge to the downside some more, then I'll be happy with that. All right, all out there. So $621 on that trade, which wipes away my loss, plus puts me up $365, and it's 9:33. So, I mean, now granted, I was trading for more than 3 minutes. My first trades are up here. So let's just call it an hour. It wasn't an hour. Really, it was 30 minutes. But let's just call it an hour. $365 in 1 hour. I'm not a greedy savage.
And there you go. I admitted I was wrong. Cut the loss. Manage risk. Super, super annoying, but it happens. But given I have a lot of experience, I am prepared for moves like that. I understand they happen, but went back at it, and you can see with that next trade, not only did I recover those losses, but I put myself nicely into the green. So really just to hammer this home for you beginners out there and those just getting started, it's okay. Things like that are going to happen. Things like that are going to occur where you have your ideas, you get them a little bit right, or I mean, some cases you'll get them totally wrong. I mean, there won't even be anything right. But in this situation, I think these are crueler because it's like, oh, I was right, kind of, but it's okay. It happens. Be prepared for it, and just remember to move on from it. Now, if you found this video helpful, then a couple quick requests on my part. First off, very time-efficient way to communicate that you enjoy these videos, especially these videos where I mix in the chalkboard with the live trade segments, is just hit that like button. Comments, questions, suggestions, please leave those down below. I do read and reply to all comments. And then finally, I'd encourage you to check out the channel as a whole. And if you like what you see, especially if you like that live trade video segment, there's an entire playlist where it's just live trades. So go check those out and hopefully decide to hit that subscribe button, as I would love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, get out there, be prepared for those just type trades that occur, and just move on from them and keep on following and trusting your strategy. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.